Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hey, what's happening? Are y'all ready to have some difficult conversations? I know that this is a topic that so many of my clients and myself even have struggled with in the past, and it's tough work, you know? But let me tell you the good news about getting the courage, because that's what it takes, to have a difficult conversation with someone or a group of someone's. This is a game changer, y'all. And it's one of the biggest things that I think we can do for ourselves in regards to having self-confidence, in regards to building our self up, our self-worth up, you know, our strength, our vulnerability, our courage. It is huge. I recently was watching something, and it was so funny because difficult conversations, I think there was a book that I read when I was younger. Someone told me when I was starting to be a manager at Paul Mitchell, they were like, read this book, and it was like how to have difficult conversations or something like that. And I remember being so, back in the day, I was so angry and so like, you know, like, don't fuck with me, like that kind of person. So I didn't really know how to have one. I thought that having a difficult conversation was like me telling someone off and not giving them a chance to chat, you know, and talk, and just going, yep, that was it, I did it, I'm done. You know, like an ego, real like telling somebody off. And I don't mean that in this episode. I don't mean like telling someone to fuck off, you know, or being an asshole to someone so that you feel good. When I mean a difficult conversation, I'm talking something you've been avoiding. You know what I'm talking about. You just think in your head of that person, that situation that you're like, nah, I'll do that later, or nah, it doesn't matter. And we lie to ourselves about how it doesn't matter and we don't need to have it. Let me tell you, that's bullshit. The reason you want to have the difficult conversation with the other person is not for the other person. It's for you. It's for clarity of self. It's for, you know, integrity of you. It's to clear your own shit, clear your slate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, keep yourself clean and vulnerable, and allow yourself to let some shit go. Because we hold on to so much stuff, and then we make it mean stuff. Sorry, I'm sniffly. I got like hay fever, which is crazy because I never get it, but I am itching. I don't know if y'all are out there in Melbourne. I know in Australia it's spring right now, and ooh, I was like, am I getting a cold? I don't know what is happening. Anyway, here's the thing. Literally, this is a game changer for you. If you can build yourself up to have the courage to have these conversations, it's going to be a game changer. So here's what I want to talk to you about. Let's picture that person that you know that there's a bit of conflict. And I mean conflict maybe internal for yourself. Maybe you and the person are cool, but internally you got some stuff going on and you're like, I don't know about this person, or I don't know about this girl. And it could just be your own shit. This could be some story you're making up in your own head about it, and they could be totally cool and happy. Because remember, we perceive things about people. Maybe you look at me a certain way and I go, she hates me. She doesn't like me. I know she doesn't like me. I can tell. And maybe that's bullshit. Maybe she loves you, or maybe you really get on with me. You just had something in your contact and you were rolling your eyes back. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So we perceive things. But let's say that in your head, you know that there's some situation or some conflict that you're avoiding, and you'd really love to get some traction because it's taking up mind space. And let me tell you, real estate in your mind, right? It's like prime time real estate, your mind and what you think about. And if this shit is taking up that prime real estate, you need to work on it. You need to do something about it. If you are thinking about this and losing sleep and, you know, stressed about it or worried about it or avoiding it, it needs attention. So here's how it looks. Let's say, for example, it's somebody at work, because I like to give y'all examples, because then you can be like, okay, this is a bit of a story. We can see how it works. So somebody at work is like a bully, you feel like she's a bully a little bit, like rude, bully type person. And you're like, I know that this lady hates me. This is actually an example I had with a client of mine. She came to me because of this, right? So this lady hates me. She wants to make my life miserable. She's an asshole to me. She disregards me. She cuts me off. She's a bitch. She doesn't like me and I can't stand her and I don't even want to do my work next to her. But guess what? She works with you, and if she's your boss or she's somebody that works next to you, you're going to have to work together. So do you A, pretend that there's nothing wrong, pretend that her behavior is okay, and then secretly every moment that you can internally like loathe her and can't stand her and hate her and mumble under your breath how much you think she's a biatch, and tell your friends about her and go home and think about her and have energy around her and be like, fucking bitch, oh, I just hope she doesn't come back to work one day. You know, like either A or B, right? Or you go and address it. And it's scary. Let me just first and foremost say, if you are not shitting yourself and have skid marks and maybe have to wear a diaper, I like, you're not doing this right, because it's scary. It sucks ass to have a difficult conversation with someone at times, especially if you're starting out to stand up for yourself and stand in who you are and stand in your values. And maybe you haven't done it much. Maybe you've been a people pleaser all your life. Even more scary, right? It's even scarier for you. So here's what you do. You may want to practice this with someone as well, if in case, because you're like, shit, I need to get this. You might want to write this down first. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're really worried about it and you're avoiding it and you're not doing it, I'd rather you write it or practice it with a friend just to get the shit out of your head. So I want you to think about your part. What is your part in this situation? Because we can blame so easily the other person. And it's because of them being like this that I'm like that. And here's the thing. If you're going to blame somebody about why you are where you are, that shit's not going to help you. And let me tell you, you are going to go into this conflict with conflict. You're going to go into it accusing someone that they're wrong and they're bad and they did this to you. You're going to go into it as a victim and you're going to be victimized. You're going to go into it at effect of them instead of being in an empowered state and going, you know what? Let's do the opposite. So here's how I want you to think about going into any conflict, any situation where you need to dissolve conflict. I want you to go in and think about, where are you responsible? Where can you take responsibility? And remember, responsibility, I think I've talked about it in the podcast, is the ability to respond. Meaning, if you claim responsibility for your part in this, you are able to take back power and control. If you blame Susan at work for why shit is the way it is, then it's up to Susan, and you can't change her. Remember, we are only in control of ourselves. We cannot control other people. So now Susan has the fucking power as to how you feel at work. Get the fuck out of here. We ain't doing that, right? So here's how it looks. You think about, how am I responsible? How are you responsible for this situation? I'll give you an example. This woman that I saw, my client, here's how she was responsible. You know what? I am avoiding talking to my boss because I am thinking in my head that my boss hates me, that she's got it in for me, that she's got a grudge for me. So in my head, I am playing this story that you're the villain, you're the bad guy who doesn't like me, and I'm bad and I'm wrong. That's what she should be responsible for. The fact that she is making up this story that she doesn't know that the other person actually hates her and dislikes her, but in her head it's a story, and she's believing the thought, she's believing the story in her head. Now, on top of that, who is she being when she's believing that story? What else can you be responsible for? Well, here's what it's making me do. I'm feeling overwhelmed when I'm near you. I actually don't want to address things with you. I'm not doing my best work. I'm avoiding work. I'm avoiding situations. I'm avoiding you. And I'm making all of this mean that you can't stand me. And I don't know if that's true. So listen to me, y'all. This is scary, but you can do this. So basically what you would do is go, hey, Susan, can I just chat with you for a minute? You want to do it when you can talk to her. She's not busy in a meeting. You're not, about to go into a call in 5 minutes. You want to do it when you're clear of mind. Maybe you've done a 10-minute breath meditation in your car. Maybe you've taken 10 breaths and been like, ooh, you don't want to do it when you just dropped off your kid and you're fucking pissed off and somebody cut you off and you got your period and you're all grumpy and shit. You don't want to do it when you're doing that, right? Set yourself up to win. So you do it when you feel like everything's cool, calm, and collective. You got time to chat to the homegirl, Hey, Susan, can I chat with you? I just want to clear some stuff up with you. I just want to have a discussion for 5-10 minutes if you got the time. Yes. All right, Susan, here's where we're at. I just want to take responsibility for where I've been. And I've been thinking that you don't like me, that I'm wrong, that, you think I'm a horrible worker, that, you don't get along with me. I've been thinking all of these things, and then I've been making up stories in my head about how bad I am and how much you don't like me. And then obviously that's making me really anxious at work, and I'm not able to do my work. So I just want to be responsible for what I'm creating in my head. And I just want to let you know that this is going on in the background in my head. I'm making up all these stories, and I'm making it mean that I'm shit and that you don't like me. She's going to be like, whoa, okay. Like, this is not a, hey, Susan, you're a fucking bitch, and you're being an asshole to me, and you make me feel scared and worried at work, and you're making me anxious, and you're a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just want to let you know that I am creating a story about you and about how you see me. I am creating a story that I'm bad and I'm not good enough and that you can't stand me. And I don't actually have any truth to that because you've never said that to me. I'm making that up. And then that's causing me to behave a certain way at work. I just want to let you know and clear that with you. If you're shitting yourself right now just thinking about having this conversation, you're on the right track. Thumbs up to you, girl. Do you get me? Like, if you go into a conflict resolution like that, like claiming your part, like, here's where I'm responsible. What? They're going to be like, oh, wow, okay. Straight away, the guard's down. They don't have a guard, basically, when you come up to them. They're going to be willing and ready to work with you and talk to you about anything you want to talk about in this scenario. Because they're like, oh, cool. She's here to patch things up. She's here to clear things up. She's not here to accuse me and yell at me and tell me off. And then you go into the outcome and why the whole point of why you're talking to her. The point of why I'm talking to you is, and what I'd love is for us to have better communication. I think that I have not communicated properly, and I'm feeling some things, and then I don't say anything to you, and then I'm holding a grudge. So I think we could get really better at our communication. And what I'd love is for you to understand that my work schedule is only 3 days a week, and I'm doing work for someone that works like 5 days a week. So I would really love for us to get down, blah, 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 whatever it is. Yo, I'm telling you right there, that shit's gonna change the game. And guess what? Even if she's still a fucking cow to you, it doesn't matter, because you cleaned up your shit. You cleared your shit. And you went, you know what? And if she goes, blah, 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 da, 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 it's okay, Susan. I just wanted to let you know that I'm taking responsibility for what I've been doing. Most likely she ain't gonna do this. And then you go back and you listen and listen and listen and let her say her shit. And remember, you're the one that's listening to the podcast getting these tips. Maybe she's not. Maybe put her onto a podcast. Maybe she has not sorted her shit. Maybe she doesn't know how to communicate herself. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't expect people to enter how you're entering. You're being the more high conscious being. You're being the love. You're being the bigger person by addressing this. Most people will stay fucking unresolved. Most people will hold grudges. Most people will not forgive and literally die with sickness because they don't forgive and they've got all this hate and anger and fucking resentment. Okay? So you're not most people. You're doing this shit. So no, it's supposed to feel hard. It's supposed to feel weird. It's supposed to feel whatever. And also no, they're not supposed to do anything back. You're doing it for you. But most likely, most people will respond well to this and go, wow, you know what? I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I talked about this already because I'm cray-cray, but I had a lady who tried to kiss well, she did. She kissed my boyfriend. My husband was my boyfriend at the time. And we were at a party, and I had just come fresh off, I was fresh from America. So I was still a little bit ghetto fabulous, and I was like, oh, hell no, that kind of person. And this girl had known my partner for a long time. They had history, and I think she secretly still to this day wants to be married to him anyway. Whatever, it's all good. So we were at a party, and I was talking to somebody, and she leaned over on the table, and I got a glimpse. I don't know how I seen it, but I needed to see it clearly. I got a glimpse of her leaning across the table and kissing him on the lips. And then I don't know what I saw after that. I don't know if my husband pulled back or if I just thought he didn't or went crazy. Girl, I lost my shit. I went over there full on fucking Puerto Rican Erica from the ghetto. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Blah, blah. I like pushed her, I yelled. I went crazy. I made a fucking scene. Literally all the Australian people were like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on here? Who's this crazy ass rabid dog crazy bitch? I just went insane. And it was my old ways, my old reactions, because I was real angry growing up and all this bullshit that I hadn't sorted out. And it was a big scene. I caused a big scene. My husband was like, oh, what? I mean, he was my boyfriend at the time. He's like, honey, chill. I didn't kiss her. She kissed me. That's the way she is. She's fucking ridiculous, blah, 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 all this stuff. And it was a big show. And I left. And I remember I went to see my coach, and my coach said to me, Erica, you need to clear that shit up. You need to take responsibility for what you did. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't do anything. Girl, is that how you want to be? Is that how you want to respond? She knew who I was going to be. She was, oh man, to this day, I'm so grateful to her for who I am today. And I'm going to do a podcast about doing work on yourself, how important it is. And that's why I am where I am today, because of doing work on myself. She said to me, you are not here to do that. You are here to raise up women and help empower women. And you can't be angry like that, telling women off and fighting with women and being a ghetto bitch. That's not you. And she was right. That still felt like me, but that's not who I wanted to be. That was my old self. So I called this girl the next day. First of all, I was angry as fuck because I wasn't ready to do it. But I know because I wasn't ready that I needed to. Does that make sense? I worked my ass off with these coaches that I had. I wasn't playing. But I wasn't happy to do it. Let me tell you what. I was not happy to do it at all. I called her. I said, hey, I'm just calling she was in the car with her mom, and I was on the Bluetooth. And I said, hi, so-and-so. I'm just calling to claim my responsibility for last night. I shouldn't have reacted like that. That's not who I want to be. I don't want to be someone who does that. I don't want to be someone who's violent, and that's not who I am. So I just want to claim responsibility for my behavior. What did she do? No, because, you're just totally wrong. And I said, just stick to the script. I was like, no worries. I'm just calling, as I said, to claim my responsibility and apologize for my behavior because that's not who I want to be. Thank you so much. No, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get into it. I just wanted to call to claim my responsibility. Thank you so much. And then I hung up. And then I threw the phone and I was like, fucking bitch. Rah. I was angry, guys. Oh my God, let me tell you. I wanted to go punch her in the face. But till this day, the fact that I did that, holy shit, I overcame my old self. And it has changed who I am. I don't need to be right anymore. I don't need to be scary. I don't need people to fear me. I don't need to prove that I am this badass bitch. I know who I am. I'm amazing. And that's all I need to know. I need to know it, right? I don't need to prove shit. And it was uncomfortable, y'all. It was horribly uncomfortable. Especially, I was from America. I was a loose cannon. I was like, that looks like you being weak. I was all that. It has changed my life. And I'll still see her every once in a while and be like, hey, all good. Hey, how are you? It ain't my problem. Like, still to this day, I think she would try to get with Hamish if she could. I don't know. I don't know if she's happy or not. Now I feel sorry. I'm like, man, I hope that you find some, clarity in your own life. And I would hope that you could heal your own shit. Like, that's how I feel towards her now. I don't feel sorry for her, but I don't feel anger. I don't feel remorse, nothing. I feel good because I cleared it up. So what I'm saying is, don't worry about the person always responding the way you think they should. Sometimes they may respond how she did, not in a good way. Most of the time, they will come back and say, I'm so sorry you feel like this. This is not my intention. You hear me? And then you clear it up with them. If they start losing their shit, go back to the outcome. I just wanted to clear this up because I would love to blah, blah, blah. And listen to them and just state your shit. Hopefully by you stating why you're talking to them and what you desire to be as an outcome, what you desire to end with, and the whole why you're doing it, hopefully that is what you get at the end. But the main thing is, people don't know how you feel unless you tell them. So you can't expect people to know. Don't they know that I'm tired? Don't they know that I work so hard? Doesn't she know that she's giving me too much? No, they don't know. People don't know. So you need to tell them. You need to communicate. And I've talked about this in the last podcast, how to have better relationships. People aren't fucking psychic. You think it's common sense? It ain't common. You heard that before, right? Nobody has common sense. So you have to elevate yourself to the place where you can claim your responsibility. You can say, listen, there's a bit of an issue going on, or, hey, I'm having a challenge. Maybe don't use issue, right? I'm having a challenge with this right now, and I'd love to clear it up with you. Can we talk about it? Right? It's scary. But once you do this, I promise you, and you claim your part in it, it's going to change the game. Here's how I'm responsible. I've been avoiding this for 5 months, and I should have talked to you about it 6 weeks ago or 5 months ago. That's a good way to claim responsibility. Here's what I'd love. I'd love for us to come up to some kind of, thing where we can communicate, and this is how it can be. And that person will go, awesome. And then you hear them out. And then you hear yourself out. And then it's hopefully sorted for you. You can't avoid this shit because it ain't going to go anywhere. It's going to come on back like a boomerang and hit you in the face. So just deal with your stuff, y'all. Difficult conversations will grow you. And then you'll get better and better at it. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get any better at it by not doing it. As you can hear, I'm at my destination. Can I just say a big shout out? I have 22 ratings on my iTunes podcast because some of you amazing women have rated, and I'm very grateful, like extremely grateful for you. So thank you deeply. I asked if people could rate the podcast because I want this to reach more women. And yo, I got some really beautiful, oh my God, gorgeous comments. So I just wanted to say thank you, and a really big shout out to Joe's Me, who wrote something really amazing. And she's a twin mother. She's got twins, and since having babies, her confidence has kind of hit the fan. So I just wanted to say shout out to you. Thank you for that. And I'm going to shout y'all out as you leave reviews because I'm so grateful, and I do this for you in my car while the baby's sleeping. Why? Because it doesn't need to be perfect. That's another fucking podcast that's coming. Stop waiting for shit to be perfect to take action. Just fucking do shit. And it's not like the women who listen to this are not perfectionist, loving podcast perfection people. You know, if they were, they wouldn't listen to my fucking podcast because I got all kinds of noises in the background. The point is, the content I'm trying to give you is here to help you. And if you take action and do the shit that we say in the podcast, you will see results in your life. You will have a happier life. You will be more confident. You will be more fulfilled. Your life will be better. That's the fucking point of the podcast, y'all. Of course I'm going to do it in my car with my kids sleeping. And I got my fucking e-tag going, beep. All right. I love y'all so damn much. Have a beautiful day. Ooh, these sniffles. And until the next time, peace out. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. If you would love to send me a voicemail, you can do so on Anchor, or you can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, y'all. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.